Good. Yep. Well, Scotty, that's 6-1 now since the start of the year. This is a dream run for this club now all of a sudden. Are you starting to believe?
Oh, we've been believing for a while. I think, as far as tonight's game, we showed great perseverance, I felt. It just seemed like such an up and down game at times. We go on that run in the third quarter up by 10 and in blink of an eye we're down again. But, it wasn't pretty. I wasn't all that happy with our first half, and especially the way we started the game, giving up all those offensive rebounds. But, this team has showed a resolve, that we're not out of things, and our ability to play out the game and hit big shots and get the stops when we need to, and to hold a team like that to 78 points is really pleasing.
Absolutely. And when it comes to their Mahmood before talked about the fact that they took a lot of shots tonight, and that he felt like that they had reasonably good looks. What did you think in relation to Sydney's shot selection tonight? You held them to 22% from the three-point line, sort of almost dared them to shoot from the three-point line early and see if they could make something.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we dared them to shoot. It was one of our talking points before the game was to defend the three-point line, and we've done that the last two games against them. They did get some good looks, but I thought most of their shots, were fairly well contested. We obviously spoke about the guys in their team like Glover and Valentine and Bolden and that, and their ability to shoot the ball from deep. I think they probably got some good looks, but I felt that we've made significant inroads defensively with that sort of stuff. With getting a hand on all shots, it's something that is a little bugbear of mine when teams get open shots. To make that last-ditch effort to get out there and get a hand, even if you're not going to be able to get there, just make that effort. To be able to rotate off guys when you do have defensive breakdowns, and for the most part, I was pretty happy with what we did defensively.
And Dion, at half-time again, Adelaide responded with 16-2, I think, in 4 minutes and 18 seconds in that third quarter. And seems to be a lot of resolve coming out of that locker room at half-time at the moment for this club.
Yeah, Scotty talks about it. The first 2 or 3 minutes of that third quarter are most important, even if you're up or down, and that kind of sets the tone for the last 20 minutes. So we've kind of been really good, coming out after half-time and performing well. So we just got to continue doing it.
And big fan of the historical jersey. You reckon it's going to continue to get a run at this club? It certainly has awoken the heart of a lot of fans.
Yeah, for sure. I love the jersey. I think it's here to stay. You can put the old blue one in the bin, in my opinion. It's just you got to recognise. I think there's a lot of history behind that jersey, and you can continue to kind of wear it. We keep winning with it on, so why not wear it?
Scotty, we've talked about points in the paint, and that was a focus of yours. In the last quarter, you outscored them 12-2, and they were 1 of 11 in the paint. Was that something that pleases you, given that that's been a big focus since you've taken the reins? Yeah,
very much so. I wasn't happy with it in the first half. I thought, the guy Adams and those guys were getting to the rim too easily, and then we weren't helping down and getting our tags in place, and they were getting layups after layups. Whereas in that last quarter, Isaac was huge for us again tonight, and his ability to wall up and make shots difficult, and it's a target for us. It's no great secret that we talk about interior touches and feet in the paint, and that's one of my constants before every game. So I didn't know those stats, but that's very pleasing.
I don't know how much you want to say, but are you confused by the unsportsmanlike rule when the Sundays reaching out to get?
Yeah, I didn't. I sought clarification on that. That's just. That's something you tell kids not to do in under 12s, is that wraparound thing. But to me, that's all it was. It was obviously a foul, but how the explanation to me was there was too much aggression or something on that. I didn't see it myself, but that's just one of those things, I suppose.
And obviously, we talk about next year. We want to focus on now, but next year you've put your hand up. You want to do it.
Yep.
Do you feel like winning is? You can just keep winning, and that's the best.
Winning sort of helps. It's look, we speak about this every week, and the outside noise is just that. Once again, my dialogue with the club, with Grant Kelly, Nick Barbato, has been very open and honest all this way through. And right now, we're happy to leave it to the end of the season. We don't want the distractions now. We want to keep winning games and push to play in the finals. So that will take care of itself.
And DJ, you had a few assists tonight, including one that you particularly liked, the goal celebration when you gave one to Dime to Sunday. You enjoyed that one? The crowd liked that one?
Yeah, I mean, on Sunday, back cuts every practice, so I knew he was going to be there. So it's just about finding him. People underestimate my plate-making ability, so I don't know. I like the crowd, so I try to get him involved.
And speaking of Sunday, his second half was elite and exceptional on the defensive end. How good is it to have someone just come off the bench like that and perform that role and go and lock down on one of the Kings?
At practice, he's a nuisance, so I don't like going against him at practice. But it's a guy like that who just comes in, knows his role, and he takes the challenge. He defends, he guards, and he held, I don't know how many possessions he was guarding Jalen Adams, but 6 of 21 is a pretty good job to me. So, full credit to Sunday. Nick Marshall, Mitch McCarron, Trey Kell, everyone played their part. But yeah, big credit to Sunday.
Does this cap off a really good week for you, considering you signed the contract, you know you're going to be here now, you can settle in, and you can really call Adelaide home?
I mean, the week's not finished. We've got to play on Sunday. So once if we can get a win on Sunday and come back in Adelaide that night, and then I'll call it a great week.
Scotty, I'm going to get philosophical on you, but what makes you a better coach now than last time around? How have you changed and progressed since then?
Who says I wasn't a good coach last time around? No, I'm only joking. Yeah, look, the way. I'm only joking. Look, I mean, the way it finished last time, wasn't great, and we bottomed out in the second half of the season. But it's completely different now, from an organisation point of view to what it was then too. The club nearly didn't exist in after my first year the last time round, and we had a team on a much smaller budget than the rest of the league, and Brett Maher had selfishly retired the year before, so we went forward without him. But I guess personally, from my point of view, is I was away from basketball for a while, and things don't faze me, I guess, as much as what they did perhaps the last time round. And I've got a different perspective on life. I've had my own business, or still have my own business. This journey that we're starting on now is not something that I expected a couple of years ago, and I guess I'm enjoying the moments. Enjoying being around a bunch of players who, as you've seen in the last couple of months, have just done an outstanding job when no one gave us any chance whatsoever. So I guess I'm just enjoying the journey. I think I've always had a good understanding of the game and what it takes, but it's been very pleasing, obviously.
And comfortable that Nick coming out and saying that you're going to leave it till the end of the season, that perhaps takes a bit of the heat out of the situation. You comfortable with that? Yeah,
absolutely. It's as I said, my conversations with the club have been very open, all the way through, and I'm confident with the way that we're playing that'll take care of itself. But once again, we're not looking for distractions. We're not looking at if we win 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, or it is that old cliche that I hate to use, but we can only focus on the next game or the game at hand, and that's what we've done a really good job of. Like there's going to be some beaten up bodies tonight. Trey Kell, Isaac and DJ all played major minutes, but there was no thought at all in my mind. In fact, we're playing 2:00 on Sunday afternoon against Tasmania. Now we'll approach that right now, and we'll start thinking about that.
Yeah, thanks guys, that's all from me.
All good.